It's breaking down that hierarchical system
Absolutely.
somehow, and
Yeah.
going, yeah, let's come. We're a team. Let's start pushing on an idea. It could be a junior's idea. It doesn't really matter. But if it's
Right.
good, we go for it, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I mean, as you transition and you went through, maybe you went through the different learnings and getting involved in the tech scene out in Germany. What's one thing that you always pull out your toolbox? Because engineers have tools, right? You guys have lots of tools.
Yes.
but
Yes.
what's the one thing that you always pull out and look back on your days in Silicon Valley and say, yeah, that's a good thing. I can always rely on that tool to get me out of a situation.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I mean, I think one of the things I'm always a huge fan of are retrospectives,
Yeah.
whether they're formal or informal. I think they're incredibly important, and I think again, it's one of those things that, to an extent, can differentiate a startup between an old school company, is being able to have an open and honest conversation and say, hey, what did we as a team do wrong? One of the most important things about a good retrospective is that it remains blameless.
Yeah.
And I think that's incredibly important. And that's a tool I always reach for. And I always encourage when, something went just totally wrong, right? Which happens. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
And, it's sometimes small, hopefully not too often big. And, you have to say, hey, okay, this happened. Fine, it happened. What do we need to do next time, right? How do we make sure either we don't get into the situation again, or if we do, that we can handle it better than last time, right? And, sometimes that's a formal retrospective with different people. Sometimes that's just stopping in a regular meeting and saying, hey, let's take 5 minutes and talk about this thing that happened,